Okay, when it comes to aeration equipment, I'll show you in a second what we use inside a tank and outside a tank, so you have an idea of the type of equipment we use. And by the way, we install, retrofit, or repair. We also do consultations in 50 US states, as well as 193 countries. So anything you need aeration-wise, you call us or text us, get in touch with us, and we'll be happy to respond and dispatch a crew if need be, and be on site within a matter of days in 50 US states or 193 countries. So let me show you the type of equipment we use. You see we have a lot of equipment here. But let me show you what it looks like on the inside. Okay, when it comes to aeration equipment, folks, let me show you what it looks like on the inside the tank and outside the tank, so you have an idea of what we use. All of our equipment is accepted worldwide in 193 countries and 50 US states, no matter what the application. And I'll show you in just a second inside our facility. So now you have an idea, a little sneak preview of what the type of equipment we use here. So let me walk inside and show you the type of equipment we use. Here's another sneak preview of the equipment we use here.
12-inch stainless steel pipe, 45 feet in the air to make a connection. So it was very challenging. We couldn't go from the installer of the tank messed up the positioning of the port on the roof. And so we couldn't drop the pipe on a crane through the opening in the roof, so we had to bring it in horizontally through a 5-foot door and then raise it 45 feet in the air to make the elbow connection. So that was very challenging. I wouldn't say it was fun, but it was very challenging, and we were able to accomplish it.
So the moral of the story, nothing is going to stop us. We're the experts. If somebody has an issue, problem, or an insurmountable task, they shouldn't hesitate. Call us. We'll dispatch our crews, our experts, and we'll get out there and help them address and fix their problem, whatever that might be.
Yeah, so we do the impossible every day. It just takes us a little longer. We were up north and near the Canadian border, and we experienced 80-mile-an-hour winds that blew over our boat. Our boat was secured, doubly secured, but the 80-mile-an-hour wind blew it over. Fortunately for us, we did not provide the equipment, but fortunately for us, not all the equipment was there. So as soon as the equipment arrived, by that time we had the boat repaired, bought a new motor for the boat because it was on a big lagoon industrial plant. But yeah, weather plays a factor, especially 80-mile-an-hour winds. It's not really safe to get on the water with winds above 30 miles an hour. And then another factor was there was an emergency situation at another plant in the north, and we had to go lay about a 1/4 mile of pipe in what was about 40 below weather. So we had to take breaks every 15 or 20 minutes, crews to come in and warm up. We wore specialized gloves. Fortunately, it was bolted stainless steel piping, and so it was just a matter of placing it on the supports and then bolting it, and that was about 30-mile-an-hour winds. So, but it was With the wind chill factor, it was below 40 degrees.
So we are the unstoppable experts. We'll go anywhere, wherever we're needed to help fix the problem.
Yes, and then on the hot side, we did a project in Salt Lake City last year, and it was 110 degrees in the tank. So we negotiated, rather than installing it during the hot heat of the day, we negotiated a timeline with the plant, and they had excellent lighting. So it was we would start at 6 p.m. in the afternoon, where it dropped to about 90 degrees, and then we worked till 4 in the morning.
Oh, that's the adaptability. We're
So we're kind of like the U.S. mail. Well, what it used to be.
used to be.
Rain, shine, we'll be there.
We'll be there. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So all people have to do, the plant engineers, plant managers, if they have an issue, all they have to do is literally dial the number on the screen. We'll be dispatched. We'll bring our experts. We'll bring our technicians, and if need be, might even contact our engineers if the problem is severe enough, and we'll be able to diagnose, fix, and address and fix the problem in the least amount of time, very promptly.
That's correct. Yeah, we've been doing this a long time, and there's not a problem that we haven't seen.
So Glenn, we are the experts in aeration. We do municipal wastewater treatment. We do private lagoons, private lakes, ponds. What else do we offer to our customers?
Just aeration, we offer everything.
So we cover basically whether it's a private lake, a municipal wastewater treatment plant. We do it all in all 50 U.S. states and internationally.
That's correct.
So if a plant manager sees some kind of issues with their equipment, or the DO is off, the numbers are off, all they have to do is dial the number on our screen. We'll be immediately contacted. We'll get involved. We'll send out our crew. We will engage our engineers if need be. We'll get to the site. We will diagnose. We will promptly diagnose and fix their issue. Is that accurate?
That's correct. Just call us and we can help.
So Glenn, we do all kinds of aeration for municipal wastewater treatment plants, for private lakes, lagoons, for food processors in 50 U.S. states and internationally, virtually every country around the world. So if a plant manager sees a problem with their equipment or their DO numbers are off, all they have to do is call the number on the screen. We will be dispatched. We'll send our crews, even possibly we'll bring our engineers if need be. We'll be able to promptly diagnose, address, and fix the problem, whatever that might be. Is that accurate?
That's correct. Just call us and we'll bring expertise to bear and we'll fix your problem.
There isn't any type of equipment that we haven't handled. We deal with diffusers of any shape, size, or manufacturer.
All geometric designs we've dealt with.
And different tanks and basins or lagoons, or we do it all.
Concrete tanks, raised tanks, buried tanks, deep well tanks, lagoons of private subdivisions, all the way up to a 5 mile river that was diverted for a paper mill in Louisiana. So it's the lagoon is 5 miles long.
Glenn, that is very impressive. So are we ready if the government of Armenia were to call us about their Lake Sivan, or the government of Austria were to call us about their Lake Toplitz that are experiencing currently severe levels of cyanobacteria overgrowth in the summer times? Can we bring something new to them, some kind of a cutting edge breakthrough technology?
We can bring technology that will help. I don't know their experience or who they've contacted or who their experts are, but I'm guessing we won't be the first that they call, but they need to call us now.
Yeah, because our technology was deployed in several countries, and this is a revolutionary breakthrough sonic technology that is brand new.
It was brand new about 9 years ago.
9 years ago. So it's becoming more and more popular.
Yes, as far as we know, and it was a success.
Yeah, and it doesn't require, building a $300 million biological treatment plant.
No, it doesn't. So they do need to address the eutrophication, and what goes in stays in. And so they will need to address that at some point, but we can give them relief.
Eutrophication, this is a scary word for those who are responsible for treating it. Glenn, this is our life. We specialize in this concept of addressing eutrophication problem. This is our sort of a pet word, right? In English, eutrophication to us sounds like a diminutive endearment word. So, Glenn, what could we tell for our potential clients who are about to dial a number and they're having issues with eutrophication? How can we address it for them?
So simply, in layman terms, eutrophication is nutrients are coming into a body of water that more nutrients are coming in that they're capable of handling. So what happens is the nutrients build up, and then the bacteria sees that as a opportunity, and the bacteria is opportunistic. And so they will multiply and replenish the water.
So we're not afraid of eutrophication.
No.
We deal with it.
Yeah, and eutrophication in simple terms is just more nutrients coming in than the body would normally be able to handle.
And that is precisely what's happening at dozens and dozens, if not hundreds of lakes around the world, including Lake Toplitz in Austria and Lake Sevan in Armenia.
That's correct. Yeah, it's a big problem around the world.
And we could efficiently, effectively help them address their issue, fix it permanently, at perhaps the fraction of the cost that they're normally being quoted for.
Yes.
We employ the brightest people that have invented some of this technology back 20 years ago, the diffusers and the sonic technology.
Actually back to the 70s.
70s.
Yeah.
So we bring the experience. We're on the shoulders of those giants who have invented this technology that's used worldwide. Mm-hmm. And that's why we call ourselves the experts, and rightly so.
That's correct.
We bring the expertise, the cutting edge technology, and we go there to the site. In other words, what people are seeing us on camera, myself behind the camera, and they will be able to see you and shake your hand on site. Mm-hmm. In Austria and Armenia and other destinations.
So aeration is not new. It was developed in the late 1800s in Europe. And so what really kicked it off in the US was the Clean Water Act in the 70s. And that's where many of the experts we rely on, they grew up in the industry and invented ways to address aeration in bodies of water.
Glenn, a very tough and perhaps sensitive topic, Puget Sound and Chesapeake Bay. These are America's most polluted bodies of water. Are we able to offer any at least thoughts or suggestions how to deal with it? Or these are too big for us?
No, so absolutely. Chesapeake Bay has struggled for probably 20 or more years. And one of the biggest problems is it's a multi-state. Inflows are coming from multi-states. And so it's like herding cats. They've tried many things, but what's happening is it's more of I would say it's more, or at least equally a political issue.
Bureaucratic issue.
And so there's science that can help, and they've deployed it, but to get everybody to cooperate. Puget Sound is a little bit different animal because it's contained in a single state, and now with climate change and other environmental impacts, they're starting to put together money and expertise, and so I think they're going to have a better chance at it. It'll still be a political football, and someone needs to find the funding. But at least it's in a single state, we'll call it.
To conclude, basically we are able to help a wide wide range of potential customers, municipal wastewater treatment plants, food processors, farms or large farmers or growers, even private owners of lakes and ponds. If they have an issue, eutrophication issue, they could call us and we'll custom design a smaller solution for their private lake. Is that correct?
Yeah, so when you're talking about eutrophication, there's something called point source and non-point source. And so point source has been regulated in the states since the 70s, again, the Clean Water Act. Non-point source is a little bit more difficult because it involves not a single pipe that's coming into a body of water, but a general flow into a river or actually into a lake that comes from mining, forestry operations, and agriculture. And so it's not a single discharge pipe coming in. It's water flowing across large land tracts and then making its way into the water source. So that's some studies have shown that 80% of the eutrophication comes from non-point source. And point source is only 20%, but it's probably the easiest to tackle.
So to summarize, whom we could help: any type of wastewater treatment plant on a municipal level, on a private level, on a small private lake or pond or lagoon or earthen lagoon. And essentially, there isn't any territory or U.S. state or Canadian province where we couldn't go. We would go anywhere where there's a problem that we could help fix. All it takes is a phone call that's listed on the screen for them to call us, allow us to basically get to know about their problem, their issue. We'll be able to analyze it, offer suggestions right over the phone, and then if the situation demands, we will be able to assemble our crew, travel to address, fix, diagnose, and fix their issue. Is that correct?
That's correct.
So it's as simple as we're the experts. They have
Call
a problem. Call us. We'll help you fix your problem.
That's correct.